My light's kind of bright. There we go. Hi, friends. Hello. Hello, ladies. So, tonight I'm bringing to you a completely different project. One that you don't see me do very well. I mean, I do all kinds of different things, but this one's more on the manly side. This one's more on the manly side for sure. So, I'm making this for one of my followers. I'm not going to get into personal anything for her sake, but I thought I would at least come on and let you guys see, because you may have someone in your family that is military, and you might want to make something like this for yourselves. So let's get started here. Let me just say that I'm Tammy Neff, and you're on my page called Tammy Loves, where I bring you all the things that I love and that I think you might love too. So let's just get started here. Hi, Debbie. Let's get started here. So first of all, let me say that I got this big box, and she'd messaged me and said, what was coming my way. They sent a lampshade from her brother's office. I don't know if it's his desk or whatever. And she sent this uniform of her father. She heard me say that I had done this for someone else and asked if I would do it for them. So this is her father's shirt. It's a shirt. It's actually a shirt. And gosh, is it itchy. Like, oh, those poor guys. It is so itchy. So itchy. And then look, here's his hat. She took it to the dry cleaner. Here's his hat. Like, how cool is that? To have his whole hat, and it's in great shape. He must not like it. He never wore it. And then this jacket, this jacket is amazing. And I'm thinking, how can I cut this up? I went through this before, and I had a really hard time cutting up. But it took me a little bit for him. But since I've done it before, I just feel very heartfelt about these sort of projects when people ask me to do things with their grandmother's things, or someone has passed away and they want to make a treasure for a family member or something. And it's really kind of tugs at your soul, and you feel like that person is there and sees what you're doing, and you hope that you honor them. But I can't cut up this coat. I just can't, and I don't think I have to. So I may be sending the coat back intact. But there's all kinds of pockets. So I was looking... It is awesome, but just like the other guy said, it's just hanging in my closet. I don't need it. He tried to donate. This guy that I had painted for, his dad passed, and he had our crew come in and paint their house, and he had all this stuff, and he says, I know you'll do something with it. Just take it. And he gave us all kinds of really cool things from his workshops, and just all the little things that I love, nothing big. And just a lot of all the treasury things, and a lot of family pictures and all kinds of stuff, that just old stuff on tin pictures. Anyway, so he said he couldn't get rid of it. He said, I hate to throw it away, so I'm going to give it to you. So I made him a lampshade with it for his desk, and was talking about it on here. Anyway, so going through this particular fella's pockets looking for any pins or just anything, and I found a picture of him. I'm assuming it's a picture of him and a soldier's individual pay record. And it talks about, it was in 1944, and it says he was a tech 5th grade, whatever that, and some of you might know what that means. My father was military his whole life. Let's see. So yeah, it's an insurance policy, $10,000 for his N class. He got an insurance premium, $6.44 a month, and an allotment amount as Class E of $50 to be sent to his mother. And he opened this book September 5th, 1944. And then he was promoted, it doesn't say when, but from CLE, and this is ALMT, $50 increased to $70 per commander something. I can't make it out. Isn't that cool? I just think that's so cool. So cool. And then there's nothing much else really written in the book, just notes like that. So So I had to take a minute with this little treasure that I found. And I'm thinking, okay, how am I gonna get all this? How am I gonna get all this on this little tiny lampshade, right? Because I got this big coat, I got this whole shirt. So I've been, oh, and they sent his belt too. So, and it's been to the dry cleaners as well. At least that's what I think that is. Anyway, so I was going to do the belt as the finished. I was gonna lace it through, do the belt as the finished, and bring it kind of down like that after I did everything else. But now I'm thinking I wanted, because I discovered something else. So look at this. In case you guys jump off, let me at least show you how weird is this. The neck, like, so I found all these buttons on the back of the, underneath the collar. So I'm thinking, ooh, I could cut those out and add some buttons here and there where it's just plain material. But it just struck me, let me show you guys. Hi, Kathy. Let me show you guys. So, so if I take this little lampshade and I put the collar of his shirt around and button it, it just fits this lampshade. It just fits. So I think I'm going to do that on the top. And then do the belt around the bottom. The tricky part is going to be that the belt is so thick. I kind of like not having to cut the belt, but the belt is so thick that I'm gonna have a hard time making it lay down. See that? It's wanting to, yeah, it's wanting to stand up instead of go down. So I don't know if I'll have to cut some pleats in it or what, but that's my plan. So there you go. So I'm gonna stay on here and keep working with this. Just for anyone that might be interested in it, but I just thought I would come on and show you guys what I'm working on. You never know what I'm going to be doing over here. You just never know. So okay, so the first thing, let's see, I want to save this collar, so I'm going to cut. Let's see, I'm going to cut. Okay, I'm not even. You can't think about it. You just have to cut it. You can't think about it, you guys. You just gotta go. Okay, that's what I did the last time. And once you make the first cut, it's not worth nothing anyway, right? Once the first cut is made, it's not worth anything. So, I had a couple pockets that I got, and I cut, I don't know what they were off of. Must have been a different shirt, I don't know, but there was a couple pockets in there. And so what I'm doing is just keeping the flaps. I don't think I'm gonna keep the whole pockets because the shade isn't that big. I don't feel like going out and getting her a bigger shade, to be honest, but obviously this fits a lamp that they have. It's it's not a brand new shade, so we're gonna, oh, there's a button in there. So I'm gonna go like that. Can you see? You guys can't see. Let me get you down. Oh, let me get you down here a little bit more so you can watch what I'm doing. Okay, so now I've freed up a pocket, and of course I'll trim it down if I end up needing that pocket, but I think with the collar and the belt, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one down. I know I'm not gonna use it. I just know I'm not. So I'm gonna go, I don't want all that bulk either, but I do want the flap of the pocket and I want the button intact. So those of you that sew are gonna be like, oh my gosh, why are they sending that to her? Because I am not a seamstress, especially on a lampshade. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue this, I'm gonna glue the back of this, because I can unbutton this and take this apart. So I'm gonna glue this down to hold the button in, and then I'll trim this up just a little bit. Okay. So, yeah, it's a different fabric, which I kind of like. Okay, so I'm gonna cut closer to the top edge of this, because I don't want all that other. Okay, so now I've got that pocket, and I think I'm going to take this seam off. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. That's cool. How they give them a little grow, a little room to grow on. Okay. So what I thought, I really like the idea of leaving him some buttons on here. Like that. See the buttons? So I kind of like that a lot. Yeah, I really like that a lot. Okay, so this is kind of just getting lost here. So let's trim this off. We'll use that somewhere else because it's more buttons. Okay, so and I would like to have that button though. I need all the buttons I can get. Let's see. That's gonna leave a mark if I take it though. Let me see, do I have a, my cutter isn't here. Okay, that's what I get for cleaning things up. Let me see if I can free this button. I need my X-Acto knife is what I need. See if I'm hurting the, no. Okay, I'm gently trying. Actually, what I'm gonna do is cut the fabric it's attached to. Oh, I cut through, poop. I did. Oh, because it was on the right side. Oh, or was it? No, it wasn't. Poop. Oh well, it's fine. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna take all that off. That's just a lot of bulk that I don't think I need. And I'll be trimming off the bottom for sure. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So let me see. Actually, is that gonna be gone anyway? Yes. That's going to be gone anyway. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, I'm not even going to worry about that because it's going to be gone. So that gives me a button. Yay. Okay. Panic. Okay. Panic. Okay. We are okay. I'm not throwing any of this out just yet, except like this stuff. Let me square this off here just a bit. Okay. All right. So. Okay, so now I'm to here. I feel like I'm like a chair upholsterer or something. Oh, yeah, it's just a little choke shop, just a little bit, you know? Just to think of this man's service and I don't know. Just the fact that I can do something for the family is awesome. So, okay. So we've got it to where I'll be able to tuck this over just a little bit so that that white doesn't show when you look down on the top of it. But it can't go very far because of all of the metal in there. So I may have to fish some pieces in as I go. So I think rather than letting any of this up, well, actually, because I've got that big width of that belt, I'll be okay. Okay, so this is here. Oops, this is up here. This. And I like the idea of it a little crookedy, like that. Just a little bit. Rather than your typical, you would picture it straight up and down, right? Okay, so I'm gonna cut a little generous. I'm gonna get rid of this because we will be patching. We'll have to patch some in underneath. So I know this is gonna be a top piece for sure. And then it does have this nice hem. Okay. So if that's tucking there, then this could go, catch that little bit. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get the other big part first. Let's get the other side with the buttonholes. Is that gonna look, oh yeah, that's gonna be fine. me get the other side here. I'm gonna do the same exact thing over here, except, yeah, there's no button over here to ruin. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna cut this whole pocket off like I did the other. And you guys, I mean, I thought while I'm doing a lampshade, or while I have, you know, my mind on lampshade, I've got a denim one laying here that I'm going to do. I don't know that I'll do it. Well, I might do it here because you all have denim, I'm sure. That would be fun. I was debating on maybe not doing this with everybody watching just because it's kind of sad, but at the same time, you know, in a way, it's really awesome that for all of us to think of soldiers and what they did for our country in any war, and the state of our country right now, and that, you know, there are no soldiers that can go out and really help us right now. It's up to us. And so I was kind of thinking about that when I was looking at all of this, and just, I don't know, I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but kind of did to me. Okay. So, yeah, see, the pocket's just really big, but maybe I want to put a whole pocket, except I'll have to put, of course, the belt will cover most of that. Maybe I will do a pocket. The collar's going to cover a lot of this. Maybe I'll do a whole pocket just for fun. Then I have these 3 flaps to just overlay, so that'll be good. Okay, so now let's see what we have. I tempted to stick that other part down. I mean, I have the whole back part, but it's just plain. Where the heck did it go? There it is. Okay, so, oh, did I lose? Oh yeah, I lost a lot of it by keeping the pocket, but I still have down here. So let's go. Okay. All right, so now, oh man, these things are complicated. Okay. Boy, think of how hot. Oh, they're so itchy. You guys would not believe how itchy. Oh, horribly itchy. This fabric is nasty. Okay, I need to do a better job of cutting that. Where's my scissors? Oh, they're there. Okay, let me cut this a little bit more. I don't know if anybody has any questions or any comments. Let me just take a quick peek here and see. Oh, you want me to do the denim one live? Okay, Janice. I'll do it just for you. Okay. All right, let's keep it rolling here. Okay, I can do that. I just didn't know if it's something you all would even be interested in. So I'm going to turn the buttons upside down, I think. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna, the buttonholes. This one's the buttonhole side. You know what a buttonhole looks like. I don't need to hold it up and show you. Okay, and so I'm gonna cut this just a little bit bigger so that I can tuck it under, and I can still trim on all these things, okay? It's not like, you know, I can still move them around and trim on them and stuff, but that'll work great. So let's trim this up down here a little bit bigger, knowing that I have about a good 1.25 inches or so to spare because of the belt, so I'm not stressing too bad about being able to tuck it or whatever, because I'm not going to tuck it. I'm going to cut it shorter. I think I'm going to cut it shorter. So there's that, and there's that. Let's see where we are. So I just really need a piece over here, which could, I hate to put the pocket there with all the buttons, but I could, or we'll just put a piece from the back or one of the sleeves here. Oops. Let's get into these patches. So I'm going to take these off next. Okay. have patches on the other sleeve. Looks like just one. Okay. I keep losing my scissors. Okay. Now, so that gives me all of my things to work with. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Then I have the collar, which I could not believe when this thing fit. I just thought, wow, that is just unbelievable right there. Okay, I'm gonna cut generously so that I don't cut it too short, because then I'll have to cut into the coat, and I really, really don't want to do that. I would love to be able to send the coat back. Okay, and I do remember seeing this, and I'm gonna try and save this. I'm glad I thought of that. I'll show you. So I don't know if it's significant or not, but someone has written on the inside of his coat and done some sewing. There's a little bit of stitches in there, and then it's got his size. I don't know if that's cool or not, but yeah, I think that's kind of cool with the stitching. See the little X's? I think that's really cool. So I'm gonna see if I can save that or not. I'm not sure. So if I button this, then it slips down over the entire thing. Yeah, like that. So yeah, I can cut it right on that edge. I can cut it on that edge all the way. Let's see, the edge kind of goes up, and I don't want to lose that button. So I got to figure out what to do here on the front. So I'm going to leave myself plenty on the front, but then when I get underneath that collar, I can go right to the edge. I hope. I think. So I'm going to stay on this side of the sewing. Boy, I need my sewing scissors. Oh, I can't, there. Okay. So then I need to see how I did that in the front. I'm just gonna go for it low. Figure it out later. Okay, so this is all, oh no, this is the, yeah, here's the writing on the back of his shirt. I do want to keep that. I was hoping I could save that. Okay. Let me, not exactly sure what would look best to cut it. And I'm not even sure that means anything, but I'll tell them what it was. I am gonna leave that string hang like that. What do I want to do with this? See, if it wasn't sewn together, I could pitch that, but okay, I'm just gonna cut around it. Because I love the X, the sewing X, but I don't really care that I have all that bulk. Okay. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm thinking there was a bar on his sleeve. Yep, there's some bars on the sleeve that I saw. Wouldn't you love to see the guy's face on this when he gets this from his sister? Like, wow. I know I would. Hopefully he doesn't say, I can't believe you cut that up. That would be bad. Okay, there should be, oh, there it is. I couldn't find the other sleeve. Is there one on the other sleeve? Or I think it must have been on the other coat. there's another one on the other coat. Okay, then, more dry cleaner. I too have the wrist of this coat. Oh, there's somebody saying something. Watching replay right now. It does look like a hot mess. It does. It's coming. I got to get all my bits and pieces together. Okay, I might try and get a cuff on there. I don't know. It's not a very big lampshade, so, you know, there's only so much I can get on here that is still going to look good and not weird. Okay. Looks like a hot mess. Yes, it does. I have to tend to agree with her. Oh man, this is just so thick. Okay, probably wasn't thick enough for him, right? Keep him warm. Okay, so there we go. All right, so there is the sleeve. We'll see. I don't know if I want that or not, but okay. Then the next thing that I want is the back. Just for, look at all that material that I have now. I have a ton of just plain old material. Probably need some of that for what's not being covered yet. So let's throw that away. So now I'm gonna have just a nice piece of material to work with after I hack it all up, right? Okay. So I about croaked when I pulled that book out with his picture out of that pocket. Oh my gosh. I honestly quite didn't know what to think at first. But I think it's gonna be, and I don't know if they knew it was in there, but they had to know it was in there because it's been to the dry cleaner. Unless the dry cleaner found it and put it back in. Who knows? I don't know, but maybe I want, nah. I'm gonna say maybe I want that seam, but I don't think, because it's right on a raw edge like that, I don't think I do. So let's get rid of that. Well, I'll lay it over here in case I need it. Okay, so now I have myself the back of this big shirt. Okay, big piece. So I should now be able to cover anything that needs covered. And it feels like I'm only gonna need a triangle right here. So cut this off. This is too small for that, right? Actually, daggone, that fits. Okay, we're going with that because that fits. That was an accident. Okay, so now, okay. Yeah, so I'm all covered. I'm going to be all covered here. Just this little bit I'll have to finagle, but I can do that. And the belt will finish it off. Yay, okay. So I put all of that other fabric out of here. I don't need any of that. So let's get that out of my way. Take the glasses off here. Oh, somebody said something. Oh, it's when they launch. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You meant in a good way, not mean. Yeah, I know. It is a hot mess. I know, you're right. But it won't be, I promise. So, okay, let's get out my spray adhesive. So you know, whenever I'm trying to adhere any fabric, I use spray adhesive. And I've done a lot of lampshades, so I know that this is going to stay down just fine. So not have to worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to cover as much, let's see, how's this going to come out of here and that in there? Yeah, so I just need to cover as much of this as I can. Let me snip just a little bit to overlap that so it's straight. Okay, and then I'm going to snip this. It's just like a puzzle, you guys. I'm just putting a puzzle together, right? That's exactly what I'm doing. putting a puzzle together. So hopefully this sprays out. And I don't know what's the front and the back. Which is the front? Which is the back? Okay. So I'm spraying Super 77. And I'm gonna let it sit for just a bit. Although it feels good and tacky now. A lot of times you wait and it'll tack up even more and feel really tacky. But it feels pretty good. Okay, so I'll turn it around here so you guys can see. And then I'm just smoothing it down. And it is sticking just fine. And then I have that little bit on the bottom. I think I'm gonna hold it up here and I'm gonna let the belt be that edge, because if I don't get my edge straight, you're gonna be able to tell if it's a desk lamp or a lamp up on a bookcase or something. You'll be able to tell. So I don't want it to look anything uneven underneath. Okay, so that's all down nice and good, and I don't do anything more than that. It's down. It's down. I can get it up if I really pull on it, but I'm not going to be pulling on it. Okay, so I'm not doing anything further than Super 77. Okay, all right. So then my next piece is going to be here. I may need to cut it. I may get some wrinkling here. I'm not sure it's going to go flat. Not that I can't make it go flat. I don't want it to lift back up from trying to stress going around so much. So, do I want to cut another piece? That's such a nice finished edge, and this other side is going to be a nice finished edge. I'm going to go for it, and I'll cut it down if I have to after I've got it on, because I can pull it back off. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so Super 77, the back side, which is just a spray adhesive. Okay, and just let it sit for just a minute just to tack up a little bit. And get this next piece ready. Might as well go ahead and spray it down while this one's waiting. And that one could be getting done. Okay, so there's that. All right. So I wanted this at an angle, somewhat at an angle. This will become the front, or close to the front anyway. There, okay. Oops, I've angled it too much because I need all this top to go around. So, okay, there's where it's got to go. All right, so I'm just letting the fabric lay how it wants to lay. Working it around here. Okay, working it around. Okay, one more time. This is where I feel like I'm stressing it. So, oh, there, now, that's good. Okay, oh my gosh, look you guys, does that look great? Like, right? Who would think? Me. Me, that's who. Okay, so now we're gonna go up here and I'm gonna cut around this edge because, again, I'm gonna be using a belt. I hope that any veteran that might happen to run across this video sees this as an honorable thing and not a dishonorable thing. I know one time in my store I had a lady come in and I had on one of my lampshades, I had a small, like a small hymnal. I had a little one, and I put the How Great Thou Art song page on it, and she proceeded to tell me that that was not an appropriate thing. Of course, I was so upset and felt terrible and apologized like crazy, and I told her that it was just, you know, it, for me, it made me think of the Lord, and you know, it reminded me, and so, you know, it worked as a positive for me, and I was not meaning it to be a bad thing, right? And then not long after, like the next day or so, one of the local ministers came in and we were talking about it, and she was commenting on the lampshade, and I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go. And she loved it, and I told her what had happened. And she said, you know, how everyone has their, you know, way of interpreting things or whatever, and that by having that on a lampshade, it did make you think of the Lord every day when you saw it, and that was, in her mind, a really good thing. And so, yeah, so that made me feel all better. Yeah, this is definitely gonna work. So yay! I was hoping it would all lay out perfectly, and it did, and even around the top it did, so great. All right, so let me trim this up. Now I know I'm just hacking at it, but I'm really, if that belt doesn't go, I'm gonna have to figure out something else. I may have to get out my sewing machine and sew a band with the back or something like that to go around, but I really want to use his belt. I think that is just so cool. Even if I have to cut the belt in pieces and put buttons at each piece or something like that, I'm giving it a whirl. I'm going for it, because I really think that's awesome. Okay, whoops, that's a two-parter there. Okay. So, there you go. We are all down. What do you think? What do you guys think? We're glad you got to see it. Thanks, Janice. Where do you get Super 77? Lowe's, craft store. Any spray adhesive will work. Now that felt a little loosey right there. It's not one to stick to itself. So I'm going to run just a quick little hot glue bead, just for fun, just to feel sure that that's going to stay. Okay. This one, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing here. I mean, I'm having to pull on it, but you know, after years, it might not. But yeah, Super 77, you can get it at craft stores or any spray adhesive. It doesn't have to be Super 77. So Amazon right now is probably your best bet. I'm just peeling this. Since there's only these 3 little edges, I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue them down. I really don't think I need it, and if you don't want to, don't. But I feel good about that. Now I don't have to worry at all. Not that I was worried, but I don't have to worry at all. So I've got a little short piece right here. Yeah, and there's no pulling on it, so it's just gonna be that. All right, now let's see how we're gonna do this neckline. So I've cut it really, really close. And I was thinking, what the heck? What the heck? Oh, let's see here. Okay. Fix him up like I'm dressing him here. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's not such a great idea. If I can get that button to stay under there and this to stay up there. Oh, there we go. That's better. Okay, so now all I think what I need to do is cut this out more. Okay, I just needed to see before I cut. You always want to cut less, you know, cut generously, then you can go back in. Because if I'd have made it short, then I'd have to be patching in things to make it work. Okay, so I'm to here. Now let me see what I need to do. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take this whole underneath part off completely because this little flap right here is doing everything it needs to do. I hate that I'm covering up a button. Let's see, can I get that? If I take it off, I'll leave a hole, but they're not going to see that hole because I'd rather have the button. Sure wish I knew where my knife was. I cannot believe I probably got, oh, I know where it is. I used it to open that Stitch Fix box. Was that yesterday or the day before? I haven't been crafting. So there you go. Okay, oh, that wasn't a bad hole at all. Okay, so there's another button I can use. All right, so, oh, I'm loving this. I'm totally loving this, right? Okay. So, how strange that this fits the top of this lampshade like that. Is that not the craziest thing? That is so unreal. Okay, so what is going on here? Okay, and then that goes under there, and then we're good. Okay, so I'm going to, I think I'm gonna hot glue this all down just to tack it. And I'm gonna do something with this. I just don't know yet exactly. We definitely need to go at least up here underneath the collar. Let's see. Well, let me see. So if you guys know anyone that had someone military in their family that might like to do a project like this, if you wouldn't mind, maybe sprinkle this over to them. I know I would appreciate it, and I have a feeling maybe they would oh, there's where I cut that button, so I gotta make sure. Let me just put a little tack of glue right now, just to make sure that stays covered. Okay, I want that to set up. And then I want to hot glue this down so that it doesn't rise up on me. Okay, we pull down, all right. And then I need to tack this part underneath this part. Make a heck of a Christmas gift for someone, wouldn't it? Okay. Need a new glue stick here in a jiffy. All right, now that's where I am. That's where I am, that's where we are. Okay, so I think I want to glue this down. By rights, I would love to leave it up like that. I think that's so cool, but you can see where I had to stop the shirt part here, see that? I don't like seeing that. So that's what makes me want to tack this down. Okay, so unfortunately, I think I have to tack it down. So let's do the first layer, tack, and then the second layer, throw some glue underneath there. I'm trying to keep it away from the edge so we don't see the glue, because the glue is hard to get off the fabric. Okay, and they do make fabric glue, and I have it upstairs. I didn't even think about it. Okay, so I'm just gluing right along that edge. And I told her this is something that, you know, over time she may have to tack something down or whatever if it lifts, but should be good for a long time. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna shove a little bit in there, a little bit under there. Yeah, I didn't put it down tightly. I put it down at the edge, so I'm still getting that little bit of lift. Yeah, I love it. I love that, right? I love that. Catching me late. Hi, Diane. You love it. Oh, but you kept the shade. Well, there you go. I'm going to be doing a denim one here. I don't know that I'll stay on and do it next, but I will be doing it live here soon because it's on my table. So it's next up. So I'm just tacking it down now, far enough down in there that you can't see it above or below. I kind of want it to stay in place, you know, in case they rip it out. They take it out of the box and they grab this. I hate to see it all come apart. Okay. Okay. So there we are. I know you can see down in, but once it's up on the lamp, you won't see down in, right? Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I wrapped enough, and if I didn't wrap enough, I'll send back that big piece just in case, and she can put a piece in there. She can put a trim piece or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. I'll put it on one of my lamps and make sure, but it should be fine. I did wrap it to kill that top edge. I don't really want to cover that whole inside with it. I don't know how flammable the fabric, you know, what the heat will do to it, so I'm just not sure. So, okay, now then, I have all of these things. Now we have the fun part, right? The fun part. I'm not touching his hat. I'm not touching, I mean, I don't, the hat goes with the coat. It's the same color, the hat goes with the coat. So she said this is, and I think she is right because I've seen that in my shirts before. This is just the dry cleaner. Yeah, they may not like that string hanging. I do, but that's a vintage thing. I don't know if they will. So I'm gonna cut that. So maybe I need to put that on the back side. Maybe if I'm gonna use this big old pocket. I don't like how I trimmed it out, and I'm not sure I can get any closer because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. It's not wanting to cut very well. So I don't know that I need to have the whole pocket. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna do another flap. I've got, how many flaps do I have here? Could have kept the pocket for them and not used it. Didn't think about it. Oh well, too late. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that part off. I think I can get them all in. Cut that part off. I'm gonna cut the part holding the button off so that the button stays buttoned, like that. And then I need to trim up so that you can't see it. Make it a little bit tighter. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue that in just so the button doesn't go anywhere. Just in case a little one or whatever wants to unbutton it. It'll still be buttoned. Okay, so then I just need to figure out where I want the pockets. Trim that up a little bit. I didn't tell the gal I was going live. I will message her so she can watch the replay, but I didn't want her watching me cutting this up. I don't know why. I had a hard enough time doing it, let alone having her watching me would just have been too much. I'm hoping she's not on here. Kind of been watching a little bit, watching just a little bit. Well, see, typically I would fray this all out, and I would love the frays, but I feel like the military is a little more structured, a little more clean it up, kid, right? A little bit. Okay, let me see here. Oh, and then we've got all these patches still too, guys. So, okay, let's keep this thing rolling. So, and then there's the buttonholes. And then here's a pocket for over here. And I daggone well might just have a pocket I'm not going to use. darn, I wish I would have left that as a pocket. We have a lot of pockets in the other coat coming up, right? She'll have plenty of pockets if she needs them. I don't know what you'd have done with it. I'd have thought of something, but I don't know what you'd have done with it anyway. Top of my head. Okay, so now we have a patch, which I think we will overlay like that. And then I still have all of these buttons. Oh, and I have the bars. I forgot about that. So I can pitch this stuff. I'm not going to use the sleeve. I'm not going to need it. I was just saving it in case I needed the cuff on his sleeve. Oh, but there were buttons on there. I bet I wish I had that. Where is it? Right here. I want the buttons for sure. Maybe we'll leave the buttons. Yeah, I'll leave the buttons like that. Okay. And then I feel like this needs to be towards the front or on the collar maybe. Okay, like that. And then I have this leading into that. And then I can always stick a, another button wherever, or a button on the other collar is what I was thinking. And then I have this A. Okay. That'll go right there. Okay, I'm loving it. Are you guys liking it? Anybody like it? You think they're gonna love it? Spark love to the Facebook Messenger. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Okay. So yeah, I think we're gonna put a button on the collar. Do I want to leave that little bit of fabric on there, or should I clean that up? I don't know. I feel like I need to clean it up. All right, so we use this button. Put it up a little bit. I have some military buttons from my antique shopping that I have bought. I'm hot gluing these, not the Super 77. I probably could Super 77, but boy, if you brushed it, it would fall off. So I know the hot glue fabric to fabric is like amazing. So I'll probably Super 77 these bigger ones, but the patches and of course the buttons, no, but okay, I'm happy with that. But yeah, maybe I'll get out some of my buttons. I brought them. Oh, I forgot about this. I wanted to try to get this on here. Oh, here we go, back to heartstrings pulling a little bit. Okay, so let's not get into that yet. Building. So I'm gonna spray the back of that pocket and spray the back of this pocket and the back of that pocket. then this was the first one that I did. So let's see, I'm gonna put just a little bit of glue across the top so that hot glue doesn't stay hot forever, right? Okay, I'm gonna go like that. I probably should glue it all down, but I'm not, I'll do that later after I get off of here. If I remember. Let's see. It's not the end of the world if I don't remember. It's fine. Okay. So I have one going that way. Oh, I don't want to cover my buttonholes, so we'll go right there. That. Then I have one more. I have two more if I need them. Or I mean, I have one more after this, I mean. But I don't want to overdo it. Okay, I think I'm going to go right there. Okay, so we've got our pockets down now. We have one patch on. Okay, happy with that. Here's my other buttons. Okay, so now I need to decide if I want to put this in or not. And I'm not sure, I'm just not sure. I feel like that's something, and where are they gonna put it? I mean, where are they gonna put this if I don't adhere this to it? Where are they gonna put this and what are they gonna do with it? Like, it's just gonna be stuck in a drawer. So I'm gonna put it on the back. I am going to go ahead and adhere it down. So, do the top triangle. I hate to cover that wording, but okay. So there is the soldier's pay record. Now, I'm going to leave that flap open so that they can look at it. So let's hot glue that back down. All the way. Okay. All right. So now they can get in and see about their dad. Okay. Now for his picture. I mean, I'm sure they have pictures of their dad in uniform. I'll put her a note in there. It can't be a very hot bulb now that I've put paper on it, but I don't think the heat's going to go through all of this plus to the paper. I think it'll be fine. Is that what you guys are thinking? Like, why would she put paper on that? I've done it before. I had paper on at my store while I was just telling you about it. So I have this picture and I'm tempted to tear around him, and it's because this is all bare. I'm tempted. I'm really, really tempted. I don't know whether to tear or cut. I think I'll cut first. Because that building is only going to mean something to him, right? None of the rest of us are, you know, that doesn't bring back a memory, that building. He is the focal point. So I'm putting the building in the background, focusing in on him. Okay. Cut his legs off and put him, I'm not sure because I love all of him. Okay, and I have one of those corner rounder things that'll round the corners of this picture, so I'm not going to glue it on because I want to get that punch in there. But I'm going to cut this tight. I'm going to cut it tight. I also need to check my cutter and make sure I've cut this straight. Yeah, that's better. And then when I round the corner, when I round that corner, I think it'll just fit. So yeah, so I love that, right? I love that. What a bonus that that was in his pocket. I do not know if the family knows that was in there or not. So there's where I don't cover any writing except that top. And if I cut the corner, I'm going to cut it. So you guys will just have to picture that on there. Well, let's see, maybe I can put a tiny, tiny, tiny little dot just to tack it on there just for now, okay? Just for now. All right. So, okay, we're back here now. Oh, probably I ought to check the belt height before I start doing much of anything else. So, his belt, make sure that that's going to cover everything. Which, yeah, definitely. And it's away from the book, so that's good. Okay. So, now I've got another patch here. And I'm kind of thinking... No, I'm going to stay with how I had it. I feel better about that. Okay, so this is going to go here. So let me spray the back. And then along with that spray, I'm going to hot glue. So where's the top? Okay, this is the top. So let's hot glue the top first. So where was I? I was right here. Okay. So I'm going to put that straight up and down. And then I'll glue these patches down later, okay? Just wanted to get them tacked on there for you guys. Okay, I'll be giving it a little bit more lovin's probably when we're all done here. So the belt would cover it there, so I feel like he needs to go up there. So let's do that. Put a little Super 77. Again, it's just Super 77 adhesive spray. Top of it here. I'm only gluing down the top. Not like I can move it though once I get it on here because it's fabric. Let's see, I kind of want it a little towards the front, I think. Offset from the button on purpose. In case some of you felt like it should be over top. I did that on purpose. Okay, and then I have another patch. La, 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 la. I don't know whether to put it on or not. Okay, I will probably take the time to cut all of the buttons that I can get off of this shirt. I've got another sleeve in there to dig out with 2 more buttons. And I will just hot glue some buttons randomly around. See, this is that part that I took off of his sleeve. Let me see if that would be anything special if I kind of clean it up a little bit. I don't know. Let's just see. Even if I even need it anywhere. Doesn't hurt anything. Let's see, I'll Super 77 that. Doesn't hurt. And we can tell her it's part of his sleeve. Okay. I'll go upside down with it. All right. I'm going to glue it right there. Okay, oops. Now I have one more patch and I just don't think I need it. Sorry, I'm kind of in my zone here. I'm not as chattery. Not as chattery tonight. Is chattery a word? Not as chatty? Okay. Okay, deciding if I want this other patch and where, if so, where. on there. I don't want to cover a button. And the belt's going to cover it there. This may be the best spot. The belt will not cover. Okay, guys, I need your opinion. You guys have been watching this. Shall I put a patch here? Thumbs up. Or leave it off. I'm not seeing any thumbs up, so I'm thinking leave it off. Okay, thank you. All right, I don't want that last pocket flap. And oh, I still have this. I forgot about this. But if we think it's a dry cleaner thing, then it's not an Army issue number. I was thinking it was like that the Army put his military number or something like that in there. I don't know. Kind of like a dog tag sort of thing. But maybe it is just a dry cleaning thing because I love that. I love that though. How about that there? I love that. Tell you what, I'll just Super 77 it. Then I can pull it off. How about that? I'm thinking that because I love it there. And if it is a dry cleaner thing, we'll pull it off. I barely put any on. I'm not even gonna wait for it to set up. I'll be able to pull it right off and it won't hurt anything. You won't see, can't see anything. It just doesn't do anything. So I'm gonna put it on because I love it, but I will double check if it's something significant or not. Okay, now we got this tricky belt issue. I don't know. I love the idea of it. I wish it would go all the way around. Let's see, this must be the back. Oh no, that's definitely the back. Isn't it? There, it goes like that, right? And then it would come around here and it'll go in and through. Yeah, okay. Is it big enough to buckle or not? Dang, that belt ain't going anywhere. Okay, this is gonna be the worst part, but I feel like it's, besides that collar fitting up there, it's like the coolest. I'm gonna have to hot glue that. I may have to put a piece of trim in there just to clean that up a little bit. We'll see, I'll talk to her about it and see where it's sitting and all the good stuff. Okay, so I want the edge of this to fall a little bit shorter. Okay, so I'm gonna start with spray adhesive just to kind of help guide me a little with this. This may not work. This is the part, you know, that you're holding your breath. You really want it because I really think it's cool to have his belt on there. Oh my gosh, like, right? I think that is awesome. He's probably looking down on us going, what do you want the belt for? I hated that belt. Who knows? But I feel like, you know, they sent it and yeah, I feel like I want the belt. So, how awesome. How awesome is that? Would you love to have that if that was your dad's uniform or your dad's shirt from the Army or your grandfather or something like that? Oh my gosh, I would. Could you do a button hang down? Could you let a button hang down? You love the belt. I do too. I'm hoping that belt works. I really, really am. That'll just kind of clean it up and really put it over the top. I love the idea of putting it around the top and then wrapping it down, but I was gonna have to cut it off anyway. And I started to do this without you guys and I almost affixed it down, and then I thought, no, I wanna do the trim last. What are you doing? So I stopped to think about it, and then I was laying out, kind of playing around with the whole thing. Then the collar, I came across that collar and thought, oh, that would be cool to put up here. I wonder if it'll fit. And it was a perfect fit. So it's like, okay, this this is, oh, it's a little bit rumply. I'll say this is going down, but it's a little rumply. We'll see here. Okay, I'm gonna spray the rest. Okay. It's just so thick. Oops. Keep you down a little bit. I don't see that cream colored lampshade. I probably should have painted the lampshade to start with. But I did not paint the last one and it was fine. It was perfect. So typically when I do these, I use my cream colored doilies and all my laces and all that stuff, you know, and the papers or whatever, and you don't see it. Ooh, that's close. Let's see. Can I get that in there? Come on. What the heck? What the heck? It's not wanting to go. Why aren't you going? Because my metal's not going to make the turn. Oh boy. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to buckle it, I don't think. Ah, yeah, and it's wrinkly. Okay. Maybe I can release a little bit of it here and let the buckle hang down. All right, I'm liking that idea. And yep, I'm gonna have to cut this somewhere because it's not wanting to grab. It's wanting to, but it's not. So let's see here what we're gonna get into. Oh well, if this belt doesn't work, we'll just have to use a trim or something. Gosh, I sure wish it would. Isn't that cool in the front? Even if I just left that much of it even, right? And come up with a different trim for the rest, maybe? Maybe I'm gonna do that, you guys. Because that first turn, of course I'm going over that fabric, let's see. Yeah, the first turn and it's out. Does it make it to the next rib? I might be able to get it to lay down to the next rib, but not very well. No. Okay, I'm gonna take it to the first rib of the lamp and I'm gonna whack it. Yes, I am. If I can. I didn't try to cut the belt. It's pretty stinking thick. Oh my gosh, forget it. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna whack the belt to here. I might have to use a saw when my husband uses a saw. So I'm gonna cut this. I'll lay a couple of buttons here to stop that. Then I've gotta come up with another trim piece. I may just take a band of his uniform and make a band. I don't know, I'll have to figure that out. And then here at the other rib, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna thread the belt through. I'm gonna thread it through so that the buckle, so that this part's over here. And then I'm gonna cut this back here, okay? And do the same thing. So then I just need to trim out the back part because I'm not liking that. That is not working for me. So darn it, I was really hoping, that was a lot to make that stiff of a fabric. This stuff is so thick I can't even cut it. So there you go. So we'll have to figure out how to cut it. I've got some better scissors upstairs and I'm going to put the belt just on the front of the lamp and then I'll do some other trim. I mean, I think it would be better to be in his greens, like a hem of his greens than, I was looking for what could I use, then a store-bought trim is that's just not gonna get it. That's not gonna cut it, but that's the size it needs to be. Yeah, I mean, worst, but that would be the worst. That would be worst. I need something green. So I guess I'm gonna call it. I did bring down my military buttons if I needed them, but I really want to keep it authentic to him, so I don't think I'm going to use any of those. I think there's plenty on it, and I'm very happy with it. So I'm gonna mess with these buttons. Now, when you said hang down some buttons, I guess I'm not exactly sure what you mean by hanging them down. I may run a trim piece up in here too to make that a little cleaner. Don't know what you mean by hang down. Buckle in the front, yes. You could put the belt around the bottom of the shade. Yeah, I just tried, Janice. It's too stiff. You mean like down here? Maybe that's what you mean. And let the belt hang over like that. That would work. It just makes it. He wasn't a very big fella. That just makes it. But I still have to come up with trim since I didn't wrap it. I just didn't think that would look very good under here wrapped, so I didn't want to wrap it. That works, Janice. Thank you for that idea, though, because I could still lay my green trim and put the entire belt on. Well, here's where we are. We'll see. We'll see what we end up with. But anyway, there you go. So, put some of his shirt for it. Yeah, but I feel like it's got to be sewed. I'm not sure that it would look right. I was thinking maybe like the binding part, like that part, maybe. Oh, let me show you. That doesn't look terrible, actually. It's kind of cool with that rough edge going all the way around. I don't know that I mind that. I felt like it might need to be more structured. Let me see if I have enough. I should have. But I used a lot of it. Here's a nice big piece. Let's see, I need a big long run of it. And I think I used it on, I think I used most of it on the shade itself. Yeah, maybe I will do that. I didn't mind that so much. If I have enough, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm thinking that I might take Janice's idea, if this is even what you were talking about, and hot gluing it and making it hang straight down. I don't know how funny that would look. Like, I don't know. Oh, I was holding it too far away. I don't know. I don't think that's bad. All right, you wanted me to keep going? I'll keep it going. Okay, so, and I still have these buttons. I still have 3 buttons left to grab the joints. Want me to keep going? Yeah, I think the same amount of people were on here. So you guys are in it for the long haul. Oh, look, I just found this seam. Yay! Okay, let's up the sleeves. There we go. Boy, I sure like the idea of not having to sew something because I'm not the best sewer. Okay, oh, and that's good that I pulled that back out because then I get the other 2 buttons. So I'll use all of these buttons for sure. Oops. Well, come on. Boy, this fabric is thick. Thick, thick, thick. Okay, where was that piece? Here it is. Okay, so let's cut it this way. That way. Okay, that's a nice long piece. So now I've got to go all the way around though if I'm going to put the belt on the bottom. I need to be a little closer. Oh gosh, I'm sorry you guys. Well, you just jump off. I guess I don't need to rush. You guys can just jump off and come back on the replay and fast forward to the end. Just swipe your finger over and you'll see how it came out. You don't have to. I feel like I'm being slow, but I keep forgetting you don't have to stay. You can go, right? You are allowed to leave. It's okay. All right. So yeah, let's do this. I think that's going to be nice. Now I still may have to cut that. Even this thin fabric isn't really happy. Let me get it on up here on the shade. Yeah, it's that band that's not wanting to take it. Okay, so forget the band. Fine. Fine. We won't put it on the band. We'll hold it up. That works out because then we got the belt to finish it. So, okay. Okay, now do I need to glue? I feel like I probably should. At least a line. Okay. At least a line. Just for a little reinforcement. Okay. Oh, so sticky. I can't remember what the less sticky is. They do make one that's not quite as sticky. Oh, that's a nice size right there too. It covers the white from the previous sticky. Okay, so now I need to find the other sleeve in this mess. Maybe it's down in here. Because I need another run of that. Oh my goodness, it's just all little pieces. Did I cut up the other sleeve? I wasn't being careful with the sleeves. There's a little run if I need it. Here's a run of it. Well, let's see here. I'm looking. There's a run I could use. No. Oh, found it. Forget it. I don't need all these pieces. Yay. Found it. I couldn't find it a minute ago, but I found it. Okay. Now where is it? Oh, here it is. Back here. Oh, yeah. I got another whole piece. Yay. I was thinking, where did it go? Okay. All right. Okay, I kind of like the ripple in it, actually, what's going to show up. This part down here won't show up so much, but okay, is this going to make it all the way? I'm going to go to the fatter side. Let's see here. Yes, this made it. Yay. Okay. Yay. All right. Now, let's see which side goes up. This side goes down. And that's got the thick, I don't want that double thickness there. Okay, so we're just about wrapped up now. Just about got her. So, put some hot glue just to reinforce. And around we go. That down, and then I'm going to add a button where those two met. Pressing that down. Okay. All right. Keep on rolling. Might need to trim some of that off a little bit. Might need to trim a little bit. Okay, and then I got another one here. I hate that I have another button there, but I do. Okay, so I'm gonna glue this down. button. Okay. All right. So that should have solved that, I'm hoping, because I don't know if I've got enough to go around again. All right, now I have white all over I have white sticky all over my belt. So I'm gonna see if I can unsticky it just a little bit. Really thick spot there. Okay. That's working. Okay, I'm just unstickying a little bit. Okay. All right. So now let's see here. How's this gonna go? Okay, back here. Maybe I can put this in while I can do that with it. Yeah, it's really gotta go. It's not gonna fit, especially holding it down lower. I don't think I'm gonna be able to buckle it like it's supposed to be. It's about as small as I can make it. And it's too tight. I'm just worried I can't buckle it once he's on there. All right, we'll have to figure out something. Okay, so where's the front? Okay, we've decided that the front of the collar, I'm thinking the front of the collar should be the front of the shade. And if I take it around now like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to E6000 it under. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Metal to metal. It'll be fine. I don't have any E6000 here, so you'll just have to know that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna run the hot glue. You know, I need to run another piece of green. Didn't think about that, but I think you can see through. Yeah. So I'm not gonna keep you guys on here. This is too tedious, right? It's too tedious. But you got it. This is what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna hold it down to that edge. I don't think I can, I might be able to, I don't think I can lay it up because then I'm gonna get into the same buckling situation or where it's wanting to fold on itself. So I really think I have to keep it, like Janice said, straight around. So yeah, I should have cut my green part a little bigger. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go and cut some more seams. I'm gonna patch. I might have to lift under this just a bit and force some under and cover a little bit more of that cream, and then I'm gonna hot glue the belt around. Call it done. E6000 on the buckle. I will be posting some pictures. I'll see if I have a lamp that fits this. Put some of the shirt for it. Yes, I think they're gonna love it. I think so too. So I got a little struggle there at the end with the bottom, but I really think, oops, I need to hot glue that down. I really think all in all, it's really awesome. So this won't be, we'll get this. If the belt doesn't work, the belt doesn't work. It's fine. I still have tons of fabric. So I think I'm going to get it just fine. But I think I'm going to get off of here. I feel a little, I don't know, uncomfortable. So we did the bulk of it. So you guys can see, this is everything that they sent me. So, and then I need to see about going any farther in here, where that lamp is sitting. I don't look down inside of my lamps. Maybe she'll just want me to paint it with some chalk paint. I'm not sure. We'll see. So anyway, you guys have a great night. Said anyway again. Remember, my husband doesn't like me to say that. Have a good night. See you guys later. Thank you. And if you have someone that has military in their family, sprinkle this over to them. They may want to try to tackle one of these too. Have a great night. See you. Bye.